What's up guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be installing my gauges and I'm really excited to show you guys because I think they look amazing. Before we get started with the video, I want to take a second and thank my sponsors at Art of Attack. They've been so great with me. No, that doesn't mean I get parts for free, although I wish. I do purchase things with my own money, but they do help me out. Angel, the owner, has been generous enough to create a discount code for all of you guys that follow me and watch my videos or follow me on Instagram. And I'm super excited to share with you that discount code. It's not a commission code, so I don't make any money off of it, but I did want to find a way to kind of give back to you guys for supporting me with views, shares, pretty much anything that you guys do for me, because without you, I could not be where I am. We are already at 800 subscribers, and that's amazing. I never thought that would happen. So I want to continue to try to make awesome videos for you guys. So this is just one way that I can think of to give back, even if, you know, it's just a discount. I think it's really amazing that they were generous enough to allow that to happen. So I will be putting a discount code here, and this is good site-wide. So anything from Art of Attack, you can use this discount code to save a little bit of money, and tag me if you use it. I would love to see you guys are putting it to use. So disclaimer, this is the first time that I'm installing gauges. I've never installed gauges before, so this is kind of a learning experience, but it turned out fine. So if I can do it, anyone can do it. And that's kind of the whole point of all of these videos, is that anyone can learn. I'm going with a 3-gauge setup, so I have the wideband, I have the oil temperature, and I have the oil pressure. This line has a lot of other gauges, like for boost or water temperature or whatever, so definitely check them out. Check out the options that they have. They're really high quality. So the ones that I decided to go with are from the brand Revel, and they used to be Tanabe. Looks like they've rebranded under Revel, and these are the VLS series. This will be a 2-part video because I will be installing the wideband today, and the other 2 I'm still waiting on a sandwich plate to come in. So once I get that, then I will fully get the other 2 working, and I'll have a dedicated video for that. Okay, so this is the gauge that I'm going to be installing, and it's going to be the Revel VLS series wideband, or air fuel. Basically what it does is just measure the air to fuel mixture. I think like the perfect mix is like 14.7 or something, so you can tell if you're running too lean or too rich, and then make adjustments accordingly. So these are on the back, a couple of the other gauges that they offer. They have the intercooler temp, oil pressure, boost, oil temperature, voltage, and water temperature.
Wow, you can read the brochure.
So these are digital gauges. They don't require backlight. They're pretty slim. They're really nice. The wideband has like different colors like this, and then the other ones that I got are just blue. So they look really cool. There's a very clear display, so you know, whether it's day or night, you know, you can really see the number that you need to look at, and you know, really easy to read. With the exception of the wideband, and I'm not sure if, maybe it looks like this, the intercooler temperature one as well. With the exception of those 2, these can be daisy chained. Basically what that means is that it's like when you have multiple things wired together. So basically you can have 2 or more gauges linked together in sequence, so when you're running power, you don't have to run power to each individual one. You can run power to one of them and then daisy chain or connect them. Basically that's what that means. to each other so that the power is just going from that one to that one to that one. Is the gauge. It's a pretty big box because it includes the gauge, of course, the sensor, which is a Bosch sensor, a Bosch 4.9 LSU sensor, so that is included. They also include a bung, like a weld-on bung. It also comes with a mounting bracket. I'll show you guys how I mounted mine, but it comes with a mounting bracket if you're just doing the one, and then the harnesses, so it has all the harnesses for that. So to mount my gauges, I'm using this 3D printed piece by Greg Parts. He makes a lot of block offs for like Civics, and they're actually really cool because it makes it look super clean. This one is for the climate control. Because I don't have AC in my car, I decided to go this route. I have an OEM radio block off here. So here's what the back of the gauges looks like. So the wideband one is different from the other ones, and I'll explain why in a second. So right now I'm just gonna try to get power to the gauges, so to see if they turn. The oil pressure and oil temperature have these 3 little ports. The top ones are for the actual sensor. They all bring their harnesses and they all bring a sensor. This one right here is for power, and then this right here is so that you can daisy chain them. The wideband only has a port to connect the gauge to this controller box. So it's just gonna go right here, and then there's separate harnesses here that you are gonna connect as well. This task, we have to connect 2 powers. So this one is the one that's gonna be for the wideband. Comes like this, and then I have to connect one of these 2 also to power. This one's a smaller harness, but it looks the same on the other side. So we got to connect power and ground, and then these should all light up basically. Harness. So it's just one wire that splits into 2, and we're going to use that to connect the wideband power and this other gauge power to 1. Which is actually a pretty smart idea.
Yes, I know, I'm smart.
Yeah, because the wideband one is super long and it reaches, but the other one's really short. So we're gonna be using this fuse slot right here to hook up the gauges. This is my radio and cigarette lighter. So we're gonna use this, and then we're gonna be using this ADA circuit so that we can run power, and that way it'll also have its dedicated fuse. I already ran the wideband sensor through the firewall inside, and these cables are really long. So this cable is gonna go to the controller box, which I'm gonna put somewhere behind this, and then from there is the power, goes from the control box to this that we're gonna hook up. Powers to both of these gauges off of the same wire, so we connected them here. So these red ones are for power, and these white ones are for accessory. Yeah. So we wired all 4 of them together to this one power wire. And then we're gonna connect this to this ATA circuit, and then we're just gonna plug this into that fuse number 4. Crimp it. Fancy.
Perfect.
Okay, here, I gotta tape it up now. Alright, so even though we're not going to be connecting the oil temperature or pressure right now, I'm going to throw the cables for the sensors on anyways. That way I don't have to take this out again. We're just going to run all the cables. So once I have the sandwich plate, all it is just hooking that up and then plugging it in. And this one is oil and pressure. Alright, so all of the connections are hooked up. The top ports are for the sensor. This one's for power. This one's to daisy chain this one to that one. So this one's not going to have a power. And then this one's going to go to the controller box. So this is what it's gonna look like, and then you're gonna put the fuse that originally goes there, and then you're gonna add your other fuse. So that's what it should look like when you have the ATA circuit connected. You're gonna have your 2 fuses connected to that, and then now we just gotta, you know, tuck this wire out of the way, and we're done. Well, we gotta add this ground, and then we're done. Here's the ground. I just attached it to this metal base here that is usually where your SRS unit would go, but I have my brake portioning valve on there.
Yeah. Fancy.
So cute!